Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Uttambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopasanteye Yasyad Varadavakradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nighnanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Now with Bhagavan's grace, let us continue. We finished chapter 18. Sage Samika was talking about the great heinous crime that was done by his son in immature, rash, hurried manner for throwing a curse on the king who protects the kingdom, who protects all the good people. Once the king is gone, then the security of the people is taken away. And the king himself was a very noble man, exalted man, praiseworthy in his conduct, a very dharmic person. And he was extremely tired, he was extremely hungry, and he was extremely thirsty. He is also used to people attending on him. So he came, asked for water, nobody responded. So he, in a moment of weakness, absolutely pardonable weakness, he acted out of character. And for that small act that he did, some sage Samika was saying to his son Siringi, the punishment that he had given was completely disproportionate. A major punishment has been given for a very minor crime. And he also chided his son. He said, we are all the rishis. We have come here to do tapas, to control our mind from anger, from desire, from everything. And if we ourselves behave like this, giving in a moment of fit of anger, then we will be not held in respect. We have stayed away from the path that we have taken. So he was chiding the son only. He did not congratulate him. He did not mind in the least the so-called humiliation done to him with the death snake put around the snake, because it didn't even bother him. He didn't even register as if any matter of happening at all. It was absolutely unconcerned with it. And he also thought, the elder sage asked him, sir, you are more powerful than your son in your achievements, spiritual achievements. You have more power. So why don't you negate the curse thrown by your son? So he went into samadhi. Then he thought, he found that was it because the curse thrown by him, by his son, is it because of the result of a past happening, or is it a seed that is going to create a future happening? He analyzed it. Then he saw the divine design that King Parikshit was to be bitten by the snake Takshaka, and that will be, at that moment, he will merge with Bhagavan himself. And what a glorious, glorious end it is. So he decided not to interfere. So he let it go. And we came up to now chapter number 19. This talks about 19 is the resolution that Parikshit makes, and his resolve and determination and the action that he undertakes, and the arrival of Bhagavan Sri Sukha himself. That is what this chapter is going to cover. Slokam number 1. Mahi patihi tu ata tat karma garhyam vichintayan atmakritam sudurmanaha aho maya nicham anaryavat kritam niragasi brahmani kuta tejasi. Mahipatihi tu atatat karma garhyam vichintayan atmakritam sutur manaha. Aho maya nicham anaryavat kritam niragasi brahmani gudha tejasi. Mahipatihi, the king, too, but as he was going back, then tat karma garhyam. The garhyam means shameful, abominable, something that is one should be ashamed of doing that kind of a thing. That is garhyam. That karma, that action that he has done, vichintayan, he was thinking about it, atmakritam, done by himself, sudurmanaha, and he was extremely distressed, extremely sad when he thought about what he had done. We all feel this. We do something wrong, how bad we feel. The others may not know, but internally we know, right? So, sudurmanaha, very much distressed, very sad he was. He was thinking about what kind of an abominable act that I have done. Oh, alas, maya nicham anaryavat kritam. Maya, by me, nicham, the most heinous, most lowly act. Anaryavat, something that is against all dharmas. And that has been kritam, that action has been done by me. Against whom? Niragasi, the innocent, impeccable Brahmani, the Brahmanas, who are Gudha Tejasi. They are very powerful in their Tejas, the excellence, the spiritual excellences they have achieved. With that they become so powerful, so innocent, so impeccable in their character. And they are Brahmanas. That means they are always living in the company of Brahman. The most loving people, selfless people, against them I have done such a heinous act. He was so distressed. Mahipatihi tu ata tatkarma garhyam vichintayan atmakritam sudur manaha. Aho maya nicham anaryavat kritam niragasi brahmani gudha tejasi. Number 2. Dhruvam tataha me krita deva helanate duratyayam vyasanam na ati dheerghate. Tat astu kamam tu aga nishkritaya me yata na kuryam punaha eva adha. Dhruvam tataha me kritadeva helanat duratyayam vyasanam na ati dirghat. Tat astu kamam tu aga nishkritaya me yata na kuryam punaha eva adha. Dhruvam, certainly, tataha, from there, thereafter, me, by me, krita deva helanate, I disobeyed the command of Bhagavan. Krita, I did. Deva, Bhagavan, helanate, disobeying his command, which in adharmic action. Duratyayam, vyasanam, duratyayam, extremely difficult, very challenging, very tough. Vyasanam, calamity, because I disobeyed the commands of Bhagavan and did such a heinous act. And na ati dirghat, na, I think very soon, not very far away. That means very soon, a very extremely challenging and difficult calamity is going to fall on me, is going to result as a result of me disobeying the commands of Bhagavan. Krita Deva Helanat. Let us personalize this. When we do Krita Deva Helanat, all of us, some of us, most of us, whatever it is, individually we can analyze. When I disobey the command of Bhagavan, definitely a calamity will come, a challenge will come, a very difficult situation will come as a matter of correction. Please remember this. So, Duratyayam Vyasanam Na Ati Dirghate, that is going to come very soon, not very far away. Tat Astu, let it be, let it come. Because Kamam tu Agha Nishkritaya. Now, the desire that I had, that has created, the Agha means sinful. The desire that pulls me to do these sinful activities, to these heinous activities, Nishkritaya, let it be washed away. When that calamity comes, yes, that is good. That is because that is the correct thing to wash away, to remove all the sinful activities I have done. May, not only that, for me, yata, in which way, na kuryam punaha eva adha. Those difficulties that are going to come, those challenges that are going to come, the calamity that's going to come, I welcome it, because that is the correct remedy to wash away the sins I have done. Not only that, let it also make sure that I do not ever again do such activities directly. Na kuryam, I do not. Punaha, again, punaha eva adha, directly. May those it come, I welcome it, because that's a remedy for what I have done. That's a punishment. That's a correction I have to take. Let it also make sure I do not do such activities in the future ever again. Dhruvam tatahame krutadeva helanat duratyayam vyasanam na ati dheerghate tat astu kamam tu agha nishkritaya me yata na kuryam punaha eva adha. Slokam number 3. Adhyayeva rajyam balam ruddha kosam prakopita brahma kula analaha me dahatu abhadrasya punaha na me abhute papiyasi vihi dvijadeva gobhyaha. Adhyayeva rajyam balam ruddha kosam prakopita brahma kula analaha me dahatu abhadrasya punaha na me abhut papiyasi vihi dvijadeva gobhyaha. Now, today itself, Rajyam, because when the kingdom, Palam, the various strength of the kingdom, Ruddha, the riches, the wealth of the kingdom, Kosham, the treasury, Prakopita, Brahma, Kula, Analaha, my kingdom, all the treasury, all the riches and the strength of the kingdom and all that, of my kingdom, Brahma Kula Analaha, Brahma Kula, the lineage, the group of Brahmins who have been not offended, who have been disrespected in the most heinous manner by my act. Analaha, Prakopita Analaha, the fire of their anger, right? Fire, the sharpam is always, curse is always given out of anger. And Prakopita Analaha, their anger, the Analaha as a fire, Dahatu, it's going to burn my kingdom, my treasury, my wealth, and the strength of this Rajyam, because he has done something adharmic. So obviously all these things will go away. Abhadrasya, and Abhadrasya punaha na me abhut papiyasi. Okay, read that together. So me papiyasi abhadrasya punaha na abhut. Because of that, yes, it is going to destroy my kingdom, destroy my treasury, remove my strength. Balam, everything will be gone, because when you do another big actor, you really become weak. But it also may papiyasi, all my sinful acts that I have done, the abhadrasya, the inauspicious activities that I have done, papiyasi, all the sinful activities that I have done, punaha, again, na abhut, let it not, na punaha abhut, let it not repeat itself, let me not do these activities again, because I had the wrong turn of my mind, my vihi, my buddhi, Vijadeva Gobhyaha, Vija the Brahmin, Deva the God, the Devas, Gobhyaha the cows, against them, Abhadrasya, inauspicious, papiyasi, sinful activities, punaha, again, na abhute, may I not do them again, repeat my sinful activities against my buddhi, should not turn against Vijay Deva Gobhyaha. Adhyayeva Rajyam Balam Riddha Kosham Prakopita Brahmakula Analaha me Dagatu Abhadrasya Punaha Na me Abhut Papiyasi Vrihi Dvijadeva Gobhyaha. We can relate it to ourselves. When our buddhi should always be turned to respect Brahmins, people who are really following a spiritual path. We must worship them, we must revere them. Devas, God, and Gobhyaha, cows. And if a mind is turned against it, that means they are doing sinful activities. Number 4. Saha Chintayanne Yittam Ata Asrunotu Yata Munehe Suta Uktaha Nirritihi Takshaka Akyaha. Saha Sadhu Mene Na Chirena Taksha Analam Prasaktasya Virakti Karanam. Saha Chintayanne Yittam Ata Asrunotu Yata Munehe Suta Uktaha Nirritihi Takshaka Akyaha. Saha Sadhu Mene Na Chirena Takshaka Analam Prasaktasya Virakti Karanam. Saha, he, Ittam Chintayanne, thinking like this. Ata, afterward, Asrunotu, he heard. Yata, how, Munehe Suta, the son of a rishi, Uktaha, through a curse by his word, which was Nirritihi, death, will be caused by Takshaka Akyaha, with Takshaka being the cause of that, bitten by a serpent, Takshaka. He heard that a curse has been thrown on him by the son of a Muni. Then he thought, Saha Sadhu Mene, that is for me, Saha Sadhu, this is only good. It's a good thing that's happening. It's not a curse. No, it's actually a blessing, he thought. Because Nachirena, not for a very long time, not immediately, Saha Sadhu, that is good, Mene, I accept it like that as a blessing, because Nachirena, that means very quickly, Takshaka Analam, when somebody knows that he is going to be bitten by this most powerful snake, poisonous snake Takshaka, then what will he do when that fear comes? Because the poison cannot be cured, it is so powerful. So at that itself, Prasaktasya, with the various attachments we have to do so many things, all of them, Virakti Karanam, the fact you are going to be bitten by the snake Takshaka itself will be the cause and the reason for you to become detached from the various things you are attached to in the world. Because when that moment of death is there, automatically we all think of Bhagavan only. Because we know at that moment everything else is temporary and transient. Nothing can protect you. The succor is only Bhagavan. So you'll be pushed and pulled to think of Bhagavan only. So Karanam. So this is good. Saha Sadhu. I accept, take it as a blessing. Because that will now push me to think of Bhagavan only. That's why he's very happy. Saha Sinchayanne Yuttam Ata Asrunotu Yata Munehe Suta Uktaha Nirvritihi Takshaka Akyaha Saha Sadhu Mene Nachirena Takshaka Analam Prasaktasya Virakti Karanam. Number 5. Ataha Vihaya Imam Amum Slokam Vivarsitaha Heyataya Purastate Krishna Angri Sevam Adimanyamanaha Upavishate Prayam Amartya Nadhyam. Ataha Vihaya Imam Amum Slokam Vivarsitaha Heyataya Purastate Krishna Angri Sevam Adimanyamanaha Upavishate Prayam Amartya Nadhyam. Vimarsitaha, we say in colloquial Tamil Vimarsikarve, that means something that does not mean it is being described. No. It's not something that has been very carefully thought through, reflected upon, analyzed, and then come to a conclusion. That is what Vimarsanam actually means. Okay? In a good way, in a most beneficial way. So Marsitaha means in a beneficial analysis, not a Vidandavadam type of a thing, but a sincere inquiry and excavation for truth. That is vimarsit. So, ataha, afterward, imam amum vihaya. This is very interesting. The Purastat, earlier itself, even before he came to know that this Muni's, the Rishi's son has given a curse that he will be bitten, his death will come by the bite of Takshaka snake. Even before that, Purastat, even earlier than that, he had imam amum vihaya and vimarsitaha. He has thought through very carefully, analyzed, and then understood the transient nature of everything, this world as well as the other world. He thought through, such a very bright and dharmic person that he was. So he said, imam lokam amum lokam vihaya. He gave up, literally gave up, both this world as well as a desire for the other world. Keyataya. Why did he give them up? Because he realized these are trifling things, infinitesimal, like the way Nachiketas answers Yama in Kathopanishad. These are all absolutely irrelevant and negligible things compared to the treasure house of Bhagavan's lotus feet. So he understood that. Heyataya, these are all trifling things, so he gave them up. Krishna Angri Sevam. Bhagavan Krishna's Angri, the lotus feet, Sevam, to serve that. Adi Manyamanaha, completely engrossed in, determined, grabbing only that. Upavishate Prayam. Upavishate. Upavishate does not mean as we normally think of Upavasam. It is true Upavasam, which is to stay always in the proximity near the lotus feet of Bhagavan, Adhimanyamanaha, determined, and that was his sole thought, Prayam. Then he wanted to do the fasting. This fasting, Prayam, is the real fasting, which is not taking food. But that does not mean the other senses or now he's going to take the food of Krishnamrutam through his ears. That is very important to understand. And then Sukamuniva will ask him, you're hearing this through the ears. How do you think that's going to calm your mind? What is the connection between the two? And then Parikshit gives a very beautiful answer to that. So those all will come later. So Prayam, to do fasting, where Amartya Nadhyam, Amartya, deathless, without any death, that Nadhyam, on that river, which is Ganga. Amartya Nadhyam, Upavishate. He went there and sat down and determined not to take only food, but determined Krishna Angri Sevam, to serve the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna, Upavishate, and to stay always there with the determination. He went to Amartya Nadyam, to the banks of river Ganga. Ataha vihaya imam amum cha lokam vimarshitaha heyataya purastate Krishna Angri Sevam adhimanyamanaha upavishate prayam Amartya Nadyam. Number 6. Ya vai lasate Sri Tulasi Dimistra Krishna Angri Renu Abhyatika Ambu Netri Punati Lokan Ubhayatra Sa Ishan Kaha Tamna Saiseveta Marishyamanaha. Ya vai lasat Sri Tulasi Dimistra Krishna Angri Renu Abhyatika Ambu Netri Punati Lokan Ubhayatra Sa Ishan Kaha Tam na seveta marishyamanaha. Yaha, this Amartya Nadhyam, what is so great about it? See, this Yaha, this by certainly, this Lasat, this Nadi, this Ganga is flowing. Lasat means to flowing. And what does it do? It is, when it's flowing, it's carrying Sri Tulasi, Tulasi from where? And from Tulasi, Vimisra, it is going with that. Krishna Angri, the Bhagavan Krishna's lotus feet, it is carrying that Tulasi that has touched, that was in Krishna's, Bhagavan Krishna's lotus feet. It is flowing with that. Not only that, Renu, Krishna Angri, Renu, the dust from Bhagavan's lotus feet also it is carrying. And therefore, it is Abhyadike, most auspicious. Ambu, water, Netri, carrying. So Ganga is not an ordinary river. It is not an ordinary river. Please remember that. It is nothing but the tears of separation, the yearning to be back home, to one with Bhagavan's lotus feet, that Bhagavan Brahma himself cried in the pangs of separation when Krishna, in his previous avataram, Trivikrama avataram, when his lotus feet manifested itself in Sathya Lokam, when Brahma grabbed it and cried. Those tears is what is flowing down as Ganga. As they washed Bhagavan's feet, they carried the Tulasi leaf, they carried the dust from his feet. That is why this water is so auspicious. Abhyasika. Punati, it sanctifies. Lokan, Ubhayatra Lokan. It sanctifies both worlds. What are the both worlds? Iha and Para. This world and the other world. And inside and outside. Inside us, our mental world that we are all living in, it purifies it. Outside world, the physical world, that also it purifies. Ubhayatra Lokan, it purifies it. But Unati Saha Ishan, it actually purified the Maheshwara himself when the Ganga descended from the heavens and Shiva bore the load, because with such force it came down, he took all of it in his matted hair. In that way, when he did that, it purified him also. That Ishan, when it is so auspicious, Kaha, who, that Marishyamanaha, when he is in the throes of death, Naseveta, will not seek it, will not go and seek Ganga river when you are in the throes of death, because it is so auspicious. Because this answers the previous slokam. Why did he go to Ganga? So he knew his end was near. But why did he choose Ganga? Because this is such an auspicious thing. It purifies everybody. So who will not seek it? Then he is at the throes of death, is the question. Kaha, Marishyamanaha, na seveta, yavai lasat Sri Tulasi Vimisra, Krishna Angri Renu Abhyatik Ambunetri, Punati Lokan Ubhayatra Sa Isan, Kahatam na seveta Marishyamanaha. Number 7. Iti Vyavachidya Saha Pandaveyaha Praya Upavesham Prati Vishnupadyam Tadyav Mukunda Agrim Ananya Bhavaha Muni Vrataha Mukta Samasta Sangaha. Iti Vyavachidya Saha Pandaveyaha Praya Upavesam Prati Vishnupadyam Tadyav Mukunda Agrim Ananya Bhavaha Muni Vrataha Mukta Samasta Sangaha. Iti, thus, Vyavachidya, having decided. He has made up his mind, he has come here, and this is what went through his mind when he made up his mind. Iti, thus deciding, Saha, that Pandaveyaha, who came in the lineage of Pandavas, bringing glory to them, to the Pandavas themselves. Raghukula Tilakam, we say, when we talk about Rama, he came in the lineage of Raghu. But why do we say Raghukula Tilakam? Because he brings fame and reputation, effulgence to the whole lineage itself of Raghu. Same with Pandaveyaha, Parikshit, who brought the never ending till the time lasts, that that tejas, that fame and reputation, that glory that he brought to the Pandava clan, Pandaveyaha, that Parikshit, Praya Upavesam, we covered that. He decided to undertake the fast unto death. Prati Vishnu Padhyam. He focused his mind on the lotus feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. Dadhyav, he gave up. He gave himself up. To whom? To what? Mukunda Angrim. To the lotus feet of Mukunda. Ananya Bhavaha. Without any other thought. One meaning of Ananya Bhavaha means no other thought. See, Anyan means other. Ananya means no other. Bhavaha, no other thought. Another way to understand so beautifully explained by Swami once. Ananya Bhavaha means not even thinking yourself as different from Bhagavan. Because when I think of Bhagavan as separate from me, that means he becomes Anyan. Even without that feeling of Anyan, as Bhagavan is not Anyan, he is not a stranger, Ananyan. Without a feeling of separation from Bhagavan, Mukunda Angrim, that with that thought in his mind, with that bhakti and devotion in his mind, Dadhyav, he gave himself, surrendered himself completely to the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Muni Vrataha, Muni, it means seeking Mukund, which is Muktam, which is merging with Bhagavan, with that determination and discipline. Mukta, he gave up Samasta Sangaha, gave up attachment to everything, his kingdom, his wife, his children, his citizens, his duties, his responsibilities, his feeling of guilt, everything he gave up and surrendered to the lotus feet of Bhagavan completely. Iti vyavachidya sa pandaveyaha praya upavesam prati vishnupadhyam dadhyav mukunda angrim ananya bhavaha munivrataha mukta samasta sangaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavanto. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavanto. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavanto. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.